Hi guys, it's Janae and today I'll be discussing ways to help you overcome writer's block and hopefully write more effectively. Quick, before we get into the video, I just want to say I'm going to be leaving some helpful links about story structure in the description box below if you want to check them out. And this will also be the first in a series of videos to help you improve your writing. So if you have any questions or suggestions of videos that you want to see, feel free to leave them in the comments below as well. Okay, so for those of you who don't know, I study script writing, and in doing that I've learned something quite useful. And that is that you don't always need to wait for inspiration to strike. If you actually want to be a serious writer, most of the time that's not going to cut it. You're not going to get most of your work done. So what do you do when you want or need to produce work but you're feeling uninspired? Sit down and come up with 10 story ideas, no matter how silly. Not only will writing down these story ideas give you at least one useful idea to use, it will also clear the space of those stupid story ideas that you thought might have worked until you actually saw them written down. Okay, so out of those 10 ideas, you commonly get about 1 to 3 ideas that you actually like. And if you have more than one, that's fine. Take it, pitch it to someone, and even if you find out, they don't like the ones that you like, that'll help you in the elimination process. That'll help you figure out which ones you thought you were passionate about, but when someone said, hey, write about that, you actually didn't want to. So yeah, and then process of elimination, get to the one that you actually want to write. So the structure basically tells you where what needs to be, and that's usually a very good place to start if you're feeling uninspired, and it gives you something to mold your story around. Even if you find that your story later wants to deviate from that structure, it's fine, go with it. At least that was a good building block to start your story on. So there are 3 types of structures. There's the 3-act structure, the beat sheet structure, and the hero's journey. Look at which one you feel you will be able to use and mold your story accordingly at the start. Okay, so whichever structure you choose, bullet point each key moment that the structure mentions and then explain in a sentence or two what happens in your story at that structural point. Okay, for one of my stories, I used the beat sheet structure, and in this story it was about an assassin who had to try and figure out who was trying to kill him while also having to protect a 19-year-old civilian girl at the same time. So an example of what the beat sheet structure requires is an inciting incident or a catalyst. The beat sheet structure identifies it as a catalyst, but basically what happens to set your hero off on their journey. And for me, that was the explosion of the girl's car, because that kind of encouraged my hero to be like, okay, so I'm gonna take responsibility for causing this girl's car to explode, and I'm gonna help him protect her. So, and that's just a basic summary of what happens, and then later you can kind of build on that and the scene will unfold from there. Okay, so remember, you don't have to fill your bullet points out in order. If you know the climax or midpoint of your story the best, then start with that. Start with the things that you know, and then usually by the end of it, the things that you don't know or aren't quite certain about would have sorted itself out. And if it doesn't, don't be afraid to ask for help. Usually even someone who isn't into writing will kind of be able to give you a few ideas, and your mind will fill in the blanks for you by that point. Okay, so now that you have the story sorted and know where it's going and what it's going to be about, start writing. If you still can't start writing, then that's an issue of procrastination and not of writer's block, and unfortunately I can't help you with that since I'm still struggling with that myself. But yeah, I really hope this helped you, and if it did, and if you want to see more videos like this, feel free to subscribe and like and all those fancy things that I kind of have forgotten what I have to say now. But yeah, and my social media and all those other things will be in the description box below. And if there was something in this video that you didn't understand or want to find out more about, feel free to ask me. I really don't mind. I'm really passionate about my writing, and it's fun to help other people be passionate as well. So yeah, that's it for today, and I hope to see you guys next time. Bye!